Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about 90 Day, The Last Resort, Season 1, Episode 4, How Long Do You Last? Now before I begin, just like with every other video, please, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, join the family, like, leave your comments so I know what you thought about these couples as well. All right, so let's get started. So in today's episode, the couples are meeting with a pleasure positive therapist, better known as a sex therapist, to give couples advice on how to increase their intimacy in all areas. So it's the next morning and the majority of the couples are still upset about what's gone on in the first couple of days at the resort, whether it be them learning new secrets about one another or just the fact that a couple has given each other hall passes. We have a quick scene with Jovi and Yara. Jovi apologizes to Yara about going out the night before with Angela. He went out with Angela to soothe his mind, soothe his nerves, because earlier Yara had told the group, even though she was asked by therapists, what is a secret that you haven't said yet for your partner? And the secret was that she's on birth control. And this threw Jovi for a loop because Jovi has been wanting to have another baby, but Yara has different businesses. Their little girl is 2, going on 3. She says she's not ready yet. She said that she would like to settle down in their relationship, settle down in the business, and work on what they have going on first before she would consider bringing another baby into the marriage. Now, Jovi said, I appreciate you being honest with me, but I still would have wished that you'd have told me one-on-one. But Jovi also said that, he didn't want to wait till he was 40 to have another baby. He wants to have one now. He feels like their daughter should have a playmate. But Yara kept proving her point, saying that, we aren't at the best place in our relationship. Let's give it time. Let's wait. And then once we get on the same page, we can think about considering having another baby. In confessional, Jovi says he still has doubts and he's not sure that him and Yara will ever get on the same page, but he was happy that she came clean about the birth control. Do y'all think Yara was wrong by saying the birth control issue in front of the group, even though she was asked? Or do you feel like she should have said something to Jovi one-on-one maybe before they got there? So as the couples are meeting up for the group activities, there's quick confessionals with Liz and Kelly separately. So Liz is saying that she's still pissed about what happened the night before at the hot tub when Angela was all in her face, which she was. Angela was being in someone else's business, trying to get things started. And then when Liz wasn't responding the way Angela felt like she should, oh man, the producers had to step in, and even Ed wasn't protecting Liz. He was saying, oh, you even brought this on yourself. This is what you get. And I'm like, Liz, you really want to marry someone and talk about this is what you get? Now, when we see Kelly, he says he's optimistic about his relationship with Molly, but he's tired of everything that's going on. Now, when he walks into the room where all the couples are gathering for the activity, when he sees Ed and Liz, he said, you know what? In confessional, he said, and he used to feel sorry for Liz, but since she wants to put up with Ed and all the things that he's doing, his antics, she is now on her own and she deserves exactly what she gets. Now, looking at Kelly, he does seem like he is stressed or has been stressed, whether it be the conversations at the hot tub or a conversation with Molly. He really looks like he's going through the ringer. He looks like he needs him some sleep. So now the couples are together. The marriage family therapist tells the group that Angela will not be joining them during the activity as she has something privately planned later on. So then the pleasure specialist passes around paper so that the couples can write down questions or things they want to share as far as what they know or want to know when it comes to intimacy. Now, Asuelu in confessional says that Kalani says the guy that she got the hall pass with, that he was more generous in the bedroom than he was, so he wants to prove that he's better. The educator asked if anyone had sex ed in school. Most have, minus Asuelu. Then the conversations about being circumcised come up, and then Kalani has Asuelu tell a story about his age when he was circumcised. Apparently, Asuelu got circumcised older. He was like 15, and then just with the traditions of Asuelu being Samoan, how he went about healing from the incisions and going on from there. It was a lot of TMI in this episode, so I'll try to work through it the best as I can. As the questions are being read, there are many questions, now mainly anonymous, that they want to know that the educator is answering in depth. And one of the questions that come up is, how long do you last during intimacy? Liz says underneath her breath, I would like to know what that feels like. And so Ed says, well, you need to find another partner then. Oh my goodness. I mean, every time we see them in different situations, it's always something tit for tat going back and forth. These two definitely do not seem to be on the same page. So to me, the person getting the most information is Asuelu. He's asking the most questions. I mean, he's really wanting to know. Now in the class, can you guess who is being the class clown? It's Ed. Asking things like, oh, hey, I want to know where babies come from. And Ed clearly thinks that's a good joke to tell. Being the class clown at this moment isn't appropriate. Just me. So when the educator asked the couples to rate where their intimacy levels are, the standouts during this exercise were Kelly and Molly. Molly said that the attraction's not there, even though Kelly says he's highly attracted to Molly. The educator also said that she really wants to help them gain reconnection as there is a bit of distance between them. And you can see it. You can see in the body language. It's a lot going on with this couple. Now, later in the afternoon, the pleasure educator meets with Angela and Michael. You know, Michael's on the Skype because he can't be here. He's in Nigeria. So probably based on the time difference, they had a special private one-on-one. So the educator asked them, how do they relive their intimacy with the distance? So apparently they do different little things on the phone. They make different little videos. And when the educator asked, about topics of pleasing yourself, Michael said he doesn't necessarily do that. It's against what he believes, and Angela co-signed it. But what's the educator do? She brings an adult toy where this toy she gives to Angela, and Michael can control it on the app on his phone. So this is something new that Angela and Michael are trying, and they are willing, ready, and able to get the party started. Now, after class, the couples are in their room, and at first we see Asuelu and Kalani. They're talking about the homework they received from the therapist. Now, Asuelu is nervous. He said he doesn't want to have luck when he has to self-soothe himself, so he's got some superstitions behind that. Ed and Liz are talking about being serious. Ed says he needs to calm down the comedy. You think, Ed? You need to calm down the comedy and you need to bring up the maturity level. He tells Liz that he wants to be serious and he wants her to know that he has her back, and Liz says she has his. She says Ed is joking all the time. What if something happens to me? Or what if something happens to you? How would I know that you were really being serious? I think she was trying to say, if something happened to Ed and she was left behind, how would she know how he really feels? So then at the end of the conversation, they both agreed that they would hang in there with each other, and they both gave I love yous. And then we have Jovi and Yara. Their homework is to cuddle without being intimate and try to relax. Jovi is having a hard time with this because Yara said the only time that they cuddle, it leads to doing other things. So will Jovi hold out, or will he just get those hugs and cuddle all night? Now, all the couples are working on their homework except Molly and Kelly. They're meeting up with a therapist who is a mental health counselor. The mental health counselor says that he heard that they were having problems with communication and, getting things out. So he wanted to meet with them one-on-one privately. The mental health counselor asked Kelly, what is really going on? How do you think your relationship is going? Kelly says that he feels that Molly is not receptive and he's not feeling it. So when the therapist asked Molly, with Kelly being a former NYPD officer, was that a turn on for you? Molly says the attraction was that he was committed to something and had something going, but now he's got nothing going on for himself. Kelly was like, no, she is not telling the truth. I changed my whole world for her. I mean, Kelly is really into what he's saying. He's getting very emotional versus Molly, who's just sitting there like checked out, done, like, nope. He was supposed to be there for me as a businesswoman, as an owner. I begged him for help. I begged him to take things off my plate, and it was denied. Kelly is saying that Molly isn't telling the whole truth, that not only, again, did he change his world for her, that he actually loves her. So when the therapist says to Molly, can you reciprocate the love? Can you reciprocate the same things that Kelly's saying to you, like change the life and the love? After a long pause, Molly was like, nope, I can't do it. I just can't do it. She said she just got tired of begging for somebody, begging for him to take things off her plate, just not fighting for the relationship. But Kelly says that he's not fighting for someone who's gonna turn on me. Molly was saying, well, he hasn't come out of cop mode and you know, she don't know what else to do. So then Kelly gets upset. He originally starts to walk away. And again, he keeps saying he changed his life for Molly and that he doesn't feel safe and secure in his relationship and she did him wrong. Molly denied everything that Kelly was saying. She said that he just wasn't taking the man role. And Molly said that she doesn't feel that Kelly can take care of her emotionally, mentally, physically. And Kelly gets up and called Molly a liar. So that conversation went left real quick. So they definitely have a lot of problems going on. I know there's some issues in the background with Molly and the business, Molly and her oldest daughter, and some different things going on behind the scenes with that, interfering with the relationship. So whether they can come together on an even ground, we'll just have to wait and see. All right, so next week, Molly and Kelly will continue with the therapist to try to hash things out to see where they can go from here. Ed is going to be hypnotized by one of the therapists, and he's again making a mockery of the whole situation. Kelly and Jovi take Asuelu to a strip club, but they want him to keep it on the hush because they know that Yara's not going to like it, Molly's going to like it, and honestly, I don't think Kalani cares if Asuelu goes to a strip club or not. And then we have Kalani telling the ladies that she is so turned off by Asuelu. I think as soon as Kalani got that hall pass and she had a little taste of a little something that wasn't Asuelu, because Asuelu was the first one that she's ever been with, oh, her mind has changed and she knows there's other things that's out there. So, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share. And until next time, everyone, live simply, be grateful.